Charleston White. No matter what you might say about Charleston White, yes, sometimes he say and do things that really pushes the limit. But also, I wanted to make this video to bring like Charleston White also does a lot of good things in life. And I want to remind you guys that Charleston White is very educated. He's a college graduate. He's actually went back to help college students. He also gives back a lot to his community. If you guys don't know, Charleston White actually helps out a lot of unfortunate people in the Texas area where he's from. So he does a lot of good.
So I come amongst y'all, homie, to play on y'all. I think
you can't play on me because I'm elite.
If you interview me, I done played on the elite. Why you think you done paid me to get here?
You ain't played on me. You think they playing on me?
I done played.
You think they're playing on me?
Listen, this is how I play on you. I got your attention to make you watch me, reach out to me, say, hey man, let me talk to you.
We been f***ing around, so this is the thing.
So that was saying, I played on you years ago to get you here.
Nah, they ain't playing on me. Hey, listen, this is business.
If you
ain't playing on me, I'm elite.
How did you know me then?
Because I'm what? Hey, listen,
how you meet me?
Hold on, let me explain.
How you meet me?
I met you. Let me explain.
Did you meet me on the internet?
Let me explain.
Did you meet me through the internet?
Of course.
You've been played on then. I come playing on the internet.
You ain't playing on me.
I come playing on the internet.
I got my fortune from the internet. You ain't talking to none of them.
No.
See, that's the thing. We both playing in the same box.
We ain't talking about money.
No, we playing in the same box.
You ain't doing the numbers I'm doing.
This interview that I'm bringing you guys today with Charleston White, as you can tell at the beginning, it's all about who is the more manliest person between those two guys. This entire interview is going to be who accomplished more in the past couple of days, weeks, and months on the internet, in the social media space. And as you can tell, Charleston White is basically telling the guy who invited him to his podcast that, listen, dude, you invited me to your podcast, you paid me to be in your podcast, and the only reason you paid me and invited me to your podcast is because you know I'm doing big numbers on the internet, you know people loves me, you know people like watching me, so I played on you. When he said he played on you, meaning that you met me on the internet, my whole game plan on the internet got your eyes open. He basically got you to watch me, to invite me to your platform. And this interview just keep getting more and more heated throughout the entire process.
2-day time span this week. So now, homie, the real me, homie, I can't bring to the world because they don't know the pain of our children. If I brought the real me, there's no way I could sit on these podcasts and have dialogue, because I'm gonna take everything back to the lyrical content of hip hop. I'm gonna take everything back to How's Young Thug and all these people still getting highlighted, but y'all have never highlighted no victim of their crimes.
I don't want to talk about Thug.
All I'm saying,
I know you doing your you know that's my look. So
I'm saying, let's not talk about this. Let's talk about the victims of crime.
Yeah, let's talk about crimes that have victims.
Let's talk about victims of crime.
As you can tell, the interviewer, which the gentleman who brought Charleston White on the podcast, is want to basically tell Charleston White what he can say and what he can't say in the interview process. And he told Charleston White at the beginning, I want you to bring the real you. Bring on this podcast you, not the character that you portray on social media. No, bring the real Charleston White. And the real Charleston White is the person who actually calls out rappers for the crimes they have committed in their communities. That's the real Charleston White. He calls out people for committing crimes and doing bad things within the community and within the neighborhoods that nobody in social media brings up when they are friends with those people. But the real Charleston White will bring it up. And that's where Charleston White and the interviewer started bumping heads with each other.
Yeah, so if you want the real me, let's have that discussion. Other than that, I gotta play.
Let's go. Let's talk about it.
So let's name some.
You want to talk about some victims?
So let's name some of the victims.
Nah, we won't talk about thug. We're not talking about thug. We're not talking about thug.
Let me call Atlanta Police Department and get some names of thug victims then. Some people who done died.
We're not talking about thug.
Victims then.
Now let's talk about victims. Period.
We finna talk about.
We ain't talking about thug.
You can't now. We gonna talk about.
We're not talking about thug.
Let me get some of thug.
Man, we not talking about thug. Man, we leaving thug out of this.
No, we ain't.
We moving forward. We moving forward. Nah, we ain't got to end the interview. We moving forward. Man, we moving forward, Charleston. We not talking about thug, man. What kind of would I be to let you talk about thug in front of me like that?
The thing is about this gentleman that's doing the interview. You're saying what type of person you would be if you allowed Charleston White to talk about somebody that you consider to be a friend. But you have to also understand that you are a media personnel, that you are working in the media space to bring out what's negative in the world. And you have to also understand when you invite a controversial person as such as Charleston White and you ask them specifically to be himself, not to play a character. Because the reason I say a character, Charleston White also work as a comedian. And a lot of time on social media, he actually portray his comedian skills in different platforms, on different platforms. But this guy specifically asked Charleston White to be himself. Once again, you're asking this man to be himself. Himself is the person that talks about people in the community, as such as rappers, millionaires who destroy the communities to become millionaires. And I completely understand you're saying that you want to protect your friends and the people that you associate yourself with as an interviewer, as somebody who are hosting a podcast, but you have to consider the fact that you're in the media space. You invited someone on your platform to have a discussion. And you told them to be themselves, that they can talk about whatever they want to talk about that's bothering them. And you told Charleston White to be himself, and that's what bothers Charleston White. If you look at Charleston White's history, you know rappers who committed heinous crimes in the communities to become wealthy bothers Charleston White.
Let's talk about the destruction that these causing. Still to this day.
Ain't nobody causing destruction.
Get off the snitch, thug. Let Gunna be free.
Hey, why we talking about thug?
Hold it accountable like you trying to do everybody else.
Then what I don't understand.
Heard that shit.
Then what I don't understand. You ain't even having no conversation.
I don't want to have no conversation because you done lost the intelligence, Charles.
I defend him. I said we don't want to talk about it. I'm a big homie. We ain't talking about Charleston.
Eat your family.
You done led my village.
You done misled.
You got life fucked up.
I ain't listening to you.
Like fucked up.
Then make him apologize. You say you're a big homie.
Of course. You crazy.
Stop hollering big homie. Talk to me. I ain't no big homie. I'm a daddy.
I'm a daddy too. I'm multiple things.
I don't lead no.
I'm multiple things. I lead the village, man.
What village?
This one.
What village? This one. Name something you do out here.
I just fed 52 families last week. And I'm feeding 500 families waiting for the family.
Shit out myself for 10 years.
I'm doing it out my pocket.
I did it out my pocket for 10 years. Never took $1 from nobody.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I'm so goddamn bold in what I say.
The thing is about this podcast that is obvious. Once you invited someone to your podcast to have a discussion, and once you get to the point of getting into an argument over who is doing more for the community and their neighborhood, that's when you know all has went bad. Because Charleston White, not for nothing, a lot of people don't know that about Charleston White, and that's something I discovered by looking into his life and his story. Charleston White does a lot of good things for his community. He been giving back to the homeless population and less fortunate people for over a decade with the money that he makes from social media. You have to realize Charleston White don't have a YouTube channel or TikTok channel or Instagram channel where he gets money off of those platforms. Charleston White makes thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars off of people inviting him to the platforms to interview him, because his interviews always go viral. People love listening to Charleston White for what people love listening to what he has to say. But the money he makes off of those appearance, he takes a portion of those money and actually help the less fortunate, which to me it's a blessing. And God bless Charleston White. And before I started looking into him as a human being, at the beginning when he said what he said about Charlie Kirk, that really bothered me. For what he had said about Charlie Kirk's kids, that bothered me as a Catholic, as a godly person. But then I started looking into this gentleman, like, what really triggered this man to say what he said? But then I started noticing, like, this man has a lot of good things within him. He does a lot of good in his communities, in neighborhood, and a lot of things that he talks sometimes on those platforms is it could be very controversial, but he has a lot of truth with what he has to say.
Black people never took their kids to psychologists to be classified as mentally.
Oh no, we ain't talking about classified. We talking about weaponized.
I ain't never heard white people use words.
That's right. You didn't go to school.
But I'm talking about.
So sometimes you need the student learn with his mouth closed. The student learn with his mouth closed.
What's your highest education?
Don't worry about it.
Pre-law.
Listen, you wrong.
I had a private one-on-one tutor. I just recently left college.
A lot of people don't know that about Charleston White. He's highly educated. That's why whenever you see Charleston White on those platforms, the things that he thinks about, the things that he speaks, the words that comes out his mouth, it goes through his brain, and he knows exactly what to talk about, when to talk about it. That's what makes him a brilliant mind. He's very, very smart at what he does. People look at Charleston White and look down like, oh, this guy's just a typical black guy, he's a drug addict. No, don't get that confused with Charleston White. Really look into this guy's life. He's highly educated, bro. A lot of people don't know that about him, but this gentleman is highly, very, very educated, dude.
You're being ignorant,
now you being anytime I listen to
I'm not a convict.
Man, the nigga told you ain't got no education for me.
I'm not a convict.
You ain't
You
ain't got no education for me. Listen to me. I teach it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because street life cycle. You go listen to this kid's rapping and listen to the lyrics. Children have a young, impressionable mind. This kid don't know this is just a form of rap. He think this is a way for him to express himself, and he done found the words to express how he feeling. Those same words that he express, they show in the actions. If you study each one of them. If you study the actions of NBA YoungBoy, he got a mama problem, disrespect his mama in front of the camera, then beat his baby mama, drag her down the hallway, in and out of jail, medication, mental health medication. He just got off mental health medication. If you've been studying.
Yeah, I got to get it.
So he was court ordered for me. So I'm thinking a little higher than everybody else.
Why do you think that? Tell me why you think that.
Think what?
That you think it higher than everybody else. I share some of those opinions. Not us. I'm saying some people share the opinion that he just left, and when you say that it makes sense. Let me not personalize it. If I personalize it, I apologize. If I personalize it, I apologize. As a man.
So this is what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Most people just seeing the artist, and this is a big tool.
Right.
Every rapper is no longer a studio gangster. Their lyrics are real, and they live out the real lyrics. That's why they keep getting in trouble by the lyrics.
I argue that they're mascots.
If they're mascots, then how we know the crime they commit? How we know
they don't commit the crime? Like the mascot don't play for the team. He's on the team, but he don't get on the court. I believe the rappers are more so mascots than they are actual players.
My fan Lucci shot at Woody at a park with Woody baby in his hand. My fan Lucci was a shooter. So I hear what you're saying. Right. But I can call those detectives right now with those. So I heard your mascot. Yeah. But you got some players. King Von was a player.
Some of them are players. Like I want to speak on. You're right.
It's hard for me to communicate with
my bad, brother. Let's have a conversation, brother. I don't want that energy. I want us to intellectually have a conversation like me and Umar do. I don't want us to get to this place.
You done tit for tat me, man. It's something in his brain. It's a message that I gotta say, but I gotta start here and go through and take you where you can understand.
Okay, go ahead.
Stop me here. Stop. I lost it. So it's hard to connect with the spirit of intelligence or whatever it is. When tit for tat, I lose it. I lose it. It's exhausting with my people. Man, but because you're for whatever reason you've taken a defensive side.
I'm not defensive. You just listen, brother. I say out of respect for me. Do you know where it went wrong?
Watch this. Every time
you know where it went wrong.
You won't let me just fully explain. Nobody black does it except Antoine Daniel. Say TV do it, and it hurts our interview because we can't flow. You cook me, not to out-talk me. But I'm saying it seems like once you took the defensive thought, I say something, you like, homie, let me flow.
I don't know how I've done it because I'm just having a conversation. And then I'm a man, so when you say certain things to me, you got respect for it. Some kind of result from it.
No, don't be a man, homie. Be a journalist.
I am a journalist.
But don't be a man, so a journalist have to put
you just said I was a journalist.
You won't even talk. I don't understand. I'm dumb. I hate this. I hate this. I hate to come to black people because they don't want to be paid.
Now let's not do that, Charles. You done came way down. Why we doing that? Hey, Charles, hold on. Whoa. Listen, Charleston.
Ain't got nothing to do with no man shit. I just had I done made it up with white people. I know what Steve will do it. I ain't gotta keep tit for tat with my people. When the game will let me flow.
I completely agree with Charleston White. At the end of the day, if you look at this complete interview, you could tell the host of the podcast, which name is Loon, he took everything personal from the beginning when Charleston White started talking about Young Thug, which is a rapper. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, he's a rapper from the Atlanta, Georgia area in the United States, which got indicted on gang-related charges and came home. Such and such, a lot of his friends got arrested, but that's where everything went left. When Charleston White started mentioning that Young Thug rapper's name, the host of the podcast started taking everything personal after that. And throughout the entire interview, you guys could go look the interview up yourself. Throughout the entire interview, the host of the podcast started taking everything personal that comes out of Charleston White's mouth. And at the end of the interview, Charleston White is correct. Listen, you invite me to your podcast to have an interview about things that's going on in society. And if somebody that you know it's doing bad things in society, I'm going to bring it up, regardless if you love that person or not. This is a platform for journalists. You are a journalist on this platform. This is not a platform for somebody or his best friends and I can't talk about your best friend. No. This is a platform for me to say what's on my mind. This is a platform for me to speak my truth. That's exactly what Charleston White was doing. And as he said at the end of the interview, I don't like being around colored people because every time I'm involved with colored people, this end up happening. And black people don't like each other to speak the truth about what's going on in the communities. They want to keep it hidden. Black people kill each other more than any other race in this entire world. 100%. Black and Hispanics, black and brown people kill each other more than any other race in the entire span of the entire span of this world. It's a fact. Charleston White, on this one, I salute you, brother. 100% I salute you. You are 100% accurate in everything you said to this podcast host. He's an OG, triple OG. If you're a triple OG, bro, you should talk to the younger generation in your neighborhood, in your community, and let them know killing each other over bullshit, killing each other over unnecessary nonsense is not the way to go in life. If you're a triple OG, that's the message you should be spreading in your neighborhoods and in your communities. 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, before I end this video, I always like taking the time out to show respect and gratitude to a commander-in-chief, to a president of the United States, which is Mr. Donald J. Trump. So from me to you, as always, a salute to you and your entire family, sir. May God bless you and your entire family, sir. May God watch over you and your families on this beautiful, wonderful day, on your trips within the United States and on your trips outside the United States. May God bless you and your entire family, sir. To every and all God kids within the United States, may God bless us all. To every and all God kids outside the United States, may God bless each and every of God kids outside the United States. Until the next video, ladies and gentlemen, please let's work together to solve our problems, and let's talk things out instead of using violence to accomplish our goals.